Ranatunga. Most of his team already warming up out on the ground. And a huge roar greets the arrival of Gary Kirsten and Mike Rindel, the two South African opening batsmen, both left-handers, of course. So Gary Kirsten, one of the most experienced men in the South African side, the vice-captain, and just look at that, 3,385 runs at an incredible average of over 45. Mike Rindel, having played 8 one-day internationals way back in 94-95, back in the South African side at the age of 35. This is his 10th match. This is away past the square leg umpire, and I don't think fine leg will get around quickly enough to cut it off. Into the boundary rope it goes, and umpire Cyril Mitchley with that distinctive signal of 4 runs.
Nicely timed shot from Mike Rindel. Once again, Voss just pushing down the leg side. And he seems to be rolling too many deliveries. He has a predominantly offside field.
This is over the infield, and that's a very good shot. 4 runs. I was just going to say, we haven't had one yet over the infield. And immediately it is produced. And Gary Kirsten got that one away through mid-wicket rather well.
Shaw feeling a lot better after that. Nice to hit a good boundary. And just getting the score a little bit more respectable. Picked that one nicely, just drifting down the leg side.
He's got this one away. Well played, just slightly over-pitched from Chaminda Vaas, and Mike Rindel quickly onto it and just forward a square to the boundary on the offside.
I think Rindel's been waiting for that for a long time. Wide delivery from Vaas, who hasn't bowled too many of those.
He's got that away through the gap. Fielder in pursuit, but he won't haul it in. 4 more to Rindel. That's a good shot. Repeat of the 4 that he hit in the last over.
Great shot. I think this time he didn't decide to hit it on the front foot. He leaned back slightly and played it square to the covers for 4. It's a brilliant shot after missing the first one.
It's difficult to tell just what a par score is likely to be on this pitch. Whipped away, but it doesn't quite get past the man saving one. Had it done, undoubtedly another boundary. Good fielding. Kumara Damasina as one-day specialist. 75 matches. This is his 75th. 73 wickets. Runs per over, nearly 4.5, and that on some of the subcontinental grounds is very good. They're a lot smaller than a lot of grounds in Australia and here in South Africa. But take that. Mike Rindel doesn't want to have a look at what he bowls. If he sees it's to be hit, he hits it. Pulled away by Rindel. He's got hold of that. Just a little bit short and very quickly onto it. Good over for South Africa. 58 now, off 11. Found the middle of the bat. Good stroke. To hold the South African first wicket. Out. Off stump. Knocks back. Kirsten looking to cut it. A little bit close to him. And I've got a feeling it kept a little bit low. We'll have a look in a minute, but Aravinda de Silva puts a stop to a very threatening first wicket partnership. Let's have a look. How high up the stump does it hit? About a third of the way down it from the top. So I think he'll feel a little aggrieved that the bounce of the ball wasn't there for him. But all in all, a little bit close to cut, didn't turn, ran on. Gary Kirsten, 29 from 41 balls, and South Africa's first wicket goes down at 67. Lance Klusener, pinch hitter extraordinaire. He's had tremendous success, averaging 30, scoring at just over 5 per over, career-wise. And South African campers kind of said we don't need a pinch hitter while Cullinan's in the side at number 3. He's found the middle of the bat then too. That's a great shot. Very powerful. Whipped it wide and mid-on. Sweet timing.
This was a fine shot by Lance Klusener. He's been sent in to do a job of getting runs quickly. This is another one away through mid-wicket, and it's got enough on it to go to the boundary. Mike Rindel making merry.
Mike Rindel in fine form. Superb on drive. It's got South Africa off to another excellent start.
This will be his 50. Brings in the long off, and Mike Rindel, his first 50, would you believe it, for South Africa, although of course he has gone past 50 and on to 100 once before. That 106 made here at the Wanderers in the final against Pakistan. This is not a good one. One of the rare bad balls from Aravinda de Silva. Just a bit too short. And with Klusener making room for himself, smashing it away through cover point for 4 and bringing up the 50 partnership.
Poor delivery this one, as we said before. Aravinda de Silva, there's no sweeper on the offside, so there's no margin for error there.
Now he's bowled him. Well, right across the line, he tried to play that time, and with the angle that De Silva is bowling from, it just kept going in towards the stumps, and it has knocked one of them down, and South Africa losing their second wicket. Klusener has been out a few times playing across the line like that, sometimes to a delivery that is not quite short enough. Let's have a look at this one.
Wasn't short enough, didn't bounce much. Klusener went for maximum, played a sensible innings. Wasn't really any need for him to try and force the pace to that extent. 31 balls, 26 runs, 117 for 2.
This was the last wicket to fall, just misjudgment of length from Klusener. It didn't bounce much either. It's pretty near the shin bone before the deflection onto the stumps. Daryl Cullinan. This is his 87th innings, nearly 3,000 runs, averaging almost 40. And looking for a stumping. He's happy he's got it. In fact, Rindel doesn't even look around. Umpire Mitchley doesn't have to make a decision. That was extraordinary. There was no obvious movement down the wicket by Rindel. And now South Africa just tottering a fraction with the man in, now out, and 2 new batsmen at the crease.
I think Muralitharan hasn't really turned too many today, but that one turning quite a bit. And catching Rindel, just pushing at it. Not even any doubt, waiting for the umpire's decision.
So, sharp bit of work by Kaluwiterana again. Mike Rindel stumped for 59 off the bowling of Muralitharan, 121 for 3. Just drags his foot out. Bails off, didn't even look around for a decision. Just made his way square of the wicket, off the arena. Hansi Cronje, 200s in 4,000 runs, averaging just 4.5 runs per 6 balls bowled to him. Well, Cronje gets into it early on. That's about 14 rows back on the mid-wicket boundary. So he virtually carries on.